CSLN, welcome to your new home. All right, I'm a bit emotional already, so I can already talk. But how much time and effort did it take to get to this point? How many stresses and how many strains did we have? And it's really a matter of working together and having faith that it's going to happen and pull together. So it's like going from a cave, a mountain cave, to a recording studio. So the music is going to sound different, okay? It won't be as much, but it's just the dynamics of the room. So to start us out, because it was... we put together a video just recently about looking for a new minister, and the song we used was Sean's "I Choose Love." So he's gracious. He's been here forever. It's so nice to have him opening us up with "I Choose Love." Okay, so welcome.
Thank you. I'd like to first start off and say thank you to everyone that put their energy into this incredible space, and let's give it up for everyone that And now we get to what I would say energetically plant that love that got us to space. Now we're going to plant it into the building. So the way we do that is with frequency, right? Opening the heart, singing loud. So please join me on this song. I can see laughter, I can see tears, I see choice, love or fear. So what do you choose? I can see peace, I can see wars, I can see sunshine, or I can see a storm. So what do you choose? Now I choose to live with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I can see greed, I can see caring, or poverty. So what do you choose? I can see gardens, or I can see bombs, I can see life, or death coming on strong. What do you choose? Come on, sing along, here we go. And now I choose to live with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. Choose love. Put your hands together. see us healing, the darkness dying, and I see us dawning as a world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? Oh, we choose. And now I choose to live with freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying. And I choose to feel a one voice rise. And I choose to feel us all united in the strength that we can rise above. Love. I choose love. I choose love. Love. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. How about you guys? Woo! I choose love. I choose love.
Sean Galloway.
Thank you very much. Doesn't it sound great in here? Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Doesn't it feel good to be able to say good morning and mean it? Yeah. My name's Marla Sanderson. I am an ordained minister in the Centers for Spiritual Living, and I am a practitioner here at CSL Nashville. So I would like you to join me in a 5-minute guided meditation to open our service. So if you're comfortable doing it, please close your eyes and just follow along with me. Become aware of your breath. And as you take a breath, allow it to be easy. Breathing doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be concentrated. And imagine that breath is going down to where your heart is. And if you follow that breath, you notice that it is opening. Something is opening right there. And there is light going out from your heart. Bright, bright, white light. Purifying light, cleansing light. And with each breath, that light becomes brighter, more clear. And it goes out ahead of you. Way out ahead of you. And you can follow it as though it's a path. It's leading you to something. So again, with each breath, you're taking another step along this lighted pathway. Your body relaxes. Everything is at peace. You look around. It's a beautiful day, beautiful scenery. Sweet, loving, lighthearted people are around. Not too many, but a few. So as you follow this light that comes from your very own heart. You notice a figure off in the distance, and it's moving toward you. And this figure is absolutely aglow. It's emitting this same type of beautiful white light. And you follow your own light. And you see this figure is moving closer and closer. And at some point, this figure begins to look familiar. Wow. Wait, I know who that is. That's me. I'm all aglow. I'm light and bright, purified and cleansed. What is it? Is this my higher self? Perhaps. Is it a future me? Is this what I'm going to become? Perhaps. Is this the highest and best that I can be? It's a start. And as you move closer, you come close enough to almost touch this higher being that is you. And as you do, you feel a sense of peace and calm. Oh, how wonderful it is. You feel absolute, total connection and trust. This possibly future self has a message for you or something to share with you. It could be words. It could be feeling, just a feeling. It could be touch. But as you step forward, you find yourself blending into this light, blending and becoming more and more of this higher being that is your potential. It's who you are. So take a moment in silence to be with this higher you, to feel its love, its peace, its harmony, its creativity. Oh my, how wonderful it is. Take a moment to blend with it. I'll give you that moment in silence. Can you feel the connection? Can you feel the light, the good vibrations? What does this say about your future? Oh my, what a beautiful future I can have. Is there something in particular you would like to ask this higher being? Allow it to answer or give you a sense of calmness. And know that once you have taken on these characteristics, this lightness, this brightness, this holiness, you don't ever have to lose it. It is with you always. So having connected now with this person that is you, take another breath and become aware of your body, sitting in the chair, still connected to this loving, beautiful spirit that is you. Feel your feet on the floor. Be aware of the air around you or any sounds you hear around you. How relaxing it is. And aware now of your body being in this place, this new place, being in this place. When you're ready, you may open your eyes.
Wind is always, always is the wind. It cares not where it goes, cares not where it's been. A newborn cries, an old man dies. The wind is always again, always is the wind. Marriage of a man to his soul affirms a universal flow, lifting joy-filled dreams above whispers and screams. It moves. The wind is always is the wind. It cares not where it goes, cares not where it's been. A newborn cries, an old man dies. The wind is always again, always is the wind. Freedom's fluidity, sustained in perfect harmony, shall not be pushed or shoved in the direction of one's love that breathes. Let's sing along. The wind is always is the wind. It cares not where it goes, and cares not where it's been. A newborn cries, an old man dies. The wind is always again, always is the wind. back again to B minor, sorry. As Mother Nature's tears of joy blanket the hearts of girls and boys, Father Heaven proclaims we are one in the same heart. Wind is always is the wind. It cares not where it goes and cares not where it's been. A newborn cries, an old man dies. The wind is always again. Let's sing along with this one. The wind is always is the wind. It cares not where it goes, cares not where it's been. A newborn cries, an old man dies. The wind is always again. Always is the wind. And now the wind is always again. Always is the wind. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, we figured out that it's morning, not afternoon, and so all that, but we still clearly, we're working out the flow of the service still. So we'll get it, you guys, we'll get it. It's all good. However it flows, it is perfect. It is perfect. So, good morning. It is a great morning. I'm Lucia Cooper-Smith, and I am your host for today. So we're here in this new space, and you can see that we're doing some things a little bit differently. We've opened with a brief meditation, and the rest of the service will flow exactly as it always does. So let me begin by saying it's a pleasure to welcome you here at our new space, the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. And of course, I'd like to welcome those people who are watching online. Our online community is very special to us. So our speaker today is our Interim Minister, Reverend Cath DePalma. And the title of her talk is appropriately, Coming Home to Ourselves. And we are also so happy that Sean Galloway is with us today as our guest artist. So for those of you who don't know us and want to know who is CSLN, we are an open and inclusive New Thought spiritual community. Our vision is to open hearts, inspire dreams, and transform lives. Our purpose is to help people live their best lives through a practical spiritual teaching that teaches us the power of our thoughts. So wherever you're at on your journey of faith, you are welcome here. So I'd like to open our service with 2 short quotes followed by an affirmative prayer. In this thing called you, Ernest Holmes wrote, "The secret place of the Most High is not a location, but a state of thought, an inner awareness, a spiritual faith." And from Abraham Hicks, every time you praise something, every time you appreciate something, every time you feel good about something, you are telling the universe, more of this, please. More of this, please. So our prayer is about our new location and gratitude and inviting more of this, please. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And please join me. I'll say this in the first person, and please make it personal to you. I know that there is one power, one infinite source, one intelligence that is the creator of everything, the stars, the heavens, the moon, the earth, all of us, everything. And I know that I am one with it. I was created from it, and I express all of its magnificence. And so on this beautiful day, in this beautiful new space, I affirm that this day, there is so much to be grateful for. Gratitude for this place for us to call home, and the many people in this CSLN village who made this possible. And while I am grateful for this space and for us to gather, I know that this day is about more than just location. It is our place to gather, and we are so grateful for it. And we're grateful for so much more than that, too. It is about who we are and giving thanks for what we created. Today, I celebrate community, the ways we connect with each other. I celebrate our resiliency, our courage to change, to show up differently. I celebrate our consciousness of faith, what is within each of us, and I celebrate a teaching that shows us how to be creators. I am grateful for all of this and even more. I am grateful for all of the wonderful things in my life, big and small. What I focus on grows. My vibration is raised. The frequency of my energy attracts even more abundance into my life and for this center. Positive energy emanates from me and is returned to me at even greater levels. My gratitude creates a cycle of abundance, and I say to the universe, more of this, please. I release my word, knowing that this and even more is already done. And together we say, and so it is.
Wow, I get to be on the new stage and the new building. Oh my gosh, just taking it all in. What a magnificent demonstration that you have. Give yourselves another hand. It's just take a breath, just breathe it in. Just breathe in this fresh new possibility that you've demonstrated together. Just so wonderful. Well, while you were busy working diligently to bring this into this dream into a reality, David Jester, your board member, treasurer, and I were off playing in Banff in the Canadian Rockies. So play is, defined differently by, different people. We were talking you up, and we were mingling and trying to recruit a new minister for you at the SOAR CSL retreat. So Spirit is on it. We talked to as many people as we could. And, personally, if you've never been to the Canadian Rockies, you need to put that in your on your list. I had been there maybe 17 years ago for just an overnight on a retreat with Mary Morrissey. And they've been calling me ever since, and they are just so incredible. One beautiful, stellar mountain after another. And when I heard that the retreat was going to be there, I was all in. I was ready. Now, this retreat, I have to tell you, it was one of the best ever. The theme was the hero's journey, which I didn't really even know till I got there. Sometimes I'm busy and then I find out, as needed. And it was calling us all to go deeper. And what a beautiful, magnificent place to do that, because it was an intimate setting of about 250 people, and we got to sit in seats that were facing the mountains. So it was just an incredible view. And I have to say that the speakers shared some of the most real and raw stories that I have ever heard from a speaker. Stories of their journeys and their transformations and where it led to for them today. And I've known some of these people a long time, but I had no idea the depth of their lives and where they came from and where they are today. So it truly was overwhelming, and it did open me up, and I'll share a little bit of that in a minute. Anyone remember early on when I started coming? And let me backtrack a second, because I have been coming now. September will be a year that we've been working together. So you've done a lot of great work in a year. And so we can definitely celebrate that. So anyone remember early on that we talked about the 4 stages of spiritual evolution by Ken Wilber? Wake up, grow up, clean up, and show up. Wake up, grow up, clean up, show up. So, well, guess what? With greater awareness, which translates into the longer that you live, comes more cleanup. So I was feeling a call before I even went to this retreat, and not knowing what it was about. I knew it would be good. And I knew I had a mission. That was my main thing. I was feeling called to do more cleanup for myself, because I wanted to be more. I wanted to experience myself as more. And that was just such a beautiful, we did not plan that. Marla we're in sync with what she was, what she was talking about in her beautiful meditation. So I was feeling called to be more. I wanted to know myself, and I wanted to experience more, because you get to plateaus and then you go, oh, I need more. And that's good. That's the way we were designed. We're infinite beings. We are always going to want more and to be more, because it helps us to move into more of ourselves. So for me, I began noticing, a lot of this stuff just happens in your mind, and you're not really planning it or really, consciously thinking about it. But I did start noticing that there were some old stories about my past that needed cleaning up. Now, I did a lot of work. I've done a lot of work through the years. I've been in this teaching a long time. But yet there was still something, I would catch myself saying some things, and I'd be like, that really doesn't make you feel so good. Why are you sharing that? That's like a war story, or, it's fun when the ministers get together because we tell war stories or talk about the past, or, there are stories that are fun to tell, but they are stories nonetheless. And there's stories that we tell that are not even our stories. A loved one went through something and had an issue with somebody, and then we have an issue with that somebody in our minds because we love our loved ones, and we don't want them to go through any pain or difficulty. Well, I made a commitment to stop telling, and I know I may not have made my commitment. I slip every now and then because there's a lot once you start cleaning things up. It's kind of like when you first get into this teaching and you find that you can't say anything. Well, nothing that comes out of your mouth is good, is acceptable. Well, you get to levels later on where that's true as well. So I made a commitment to myself to stop telling stories that made me feel less than when I tell them. They're kind of fun and exciting at the moment, and then halfway through you're like, okay, this is an energy drain. It's an energy drain on me. Why am I doing that? It doesn't feel so good. So, even things politically, it's just it's a rabbit hole that you can go down. Once you start, you just got to stop before you even go there. So unless I decided there was a caveat or an exception to this, unless it was something that I could put a positive spin on it. It was a good story. It had some meat in there that I could put a positive spin on it. So that was my commitment to myself. Well, I have to tell you, the universe was on it before I even got there. It knew my intention, even though it wasn't like, really, I don't even remember if I wrote that down. Well, first off, first meeting, there's a minister that I thought was kind of arrogant. And I heard something that she said a few years ago, and I won't get into it because then you'll be aware of that, and then you'll have to pono that too. But I was still carrying that, and I knew before I went that she was one of the ones that I was going to have to turn my thoughts around about. Do you know she was one of the first ones that came up to me and said, "I don't think I ever had an opportunity to meet you." What was I going to say to that? What could I say other than to see her for who she is today? I'm not the same person that I was yesterday, so how could I assume that she was? That's cleaning up. One thing after another happened. I can't tell you, it was just obvious that the universe was working with me, and the program had not even really begun. But my program, the program that was divinely designed for me, had started long before. So there were opportunities to say something, positive to people. People shared things from the past that I had never before. And every time that I cleansed my mental space, more love and happiness came in. People said, complimented me on things that I did years ago that I had no idea. It became a love fest. Amazing what cleaning out your mental space can do. It was magical. If you've ever been to a Silmar, it was kind of like that, where the universe matches you up with the person that you need to connect to for a reason. There's something you need to share, something that you need to give, or something that you need to receive or hear. Anyway, it was the perfect place for this to happen. Interactions, you hear something and go, oh, I've got a better understanding of why, this and this happened, or a greater understanding of this particular person and why they, acted this way. Paths were crossing left and right. I don't know what was going on for everybody else. That's none of my business, but for me, it was an active thing. There was a lot going on. See, even David doesn't know all this because I couldn't even tell, all this. Now, some of you know that we're reading and discussing this spring and summer The Emerging Church by Bruce Sanguin, who is a progressive Christian. And he says, in community, you can experience challenges and dangers of deep and profound spiritual and psychological transformation while surrounded by a supportive environment. Anyone have any challenges or dangers of deep, profound spiritual and psychological transformation here? Well, that's what we are creating here. Is we are a stable place where people can move through the process of evolutionary spiritual development. Did you know that when you came here? I bet some of you did. You're ahead of the game. So we are a stable, secure, safe space for people to be able to do that, and with all of its potential for pain and difficulty, so that we can grow to the next level. We don't leave when that happens or say this group is messed up. we go and look at what's going on with ourselves and how we can learn for it or what the message is for us. So that's what a beloved community is. It's not where everybody holds hands and, is loving all the time. It's not here to protect us from being uncomfortable, from facing our triggers, our past, our problems. Rather, it is a place where we can feel safe enough and loved enough that we can face what's coming up for us and move on from there. Well, that's a whole different idea that most people have about community. So that's why people get disillusioned. But we have a gift here. Us being together is a gift. That's why we are here. This is the kind of work that we do. We are a center of divine activity and a channel through which much good flows. We transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. This location, space, our new home, is the perfect place for us to work from and to do our real work. Now, I know that some of you have been working very, very hard to make all of this happen, and you do not want to hear that this was not real work. I've seen you, I've heard you, I know it is some serious, real work. But, and I will grant you that, everybody needs to take care of themselves and take some breathers and some time off as you're, doing the finishing touches. You are allowed that. But now the real work begins. The real work begins. And the real work is getting to know ourselves, as Marla so beautifully put it, knowing our higher selves and integrating that and coming together in a greater way so that we can live from that place. Who have we come here to be? What are we doing with our lives? What are we doing with this, period of time that we are alive? We need to be in community to do that more effectively. And in you can't do a lot of this kind of work on your own. It's harder to move as fast and rapidly as you can when you do it together. So home is, of course, always where the heart is, and that the heart is inside of us. So we must take a look inside of ourselves. So in order to help us move into ourselves today, we're going to do a little ceremony together. And I know that you have, how many of you have received a card when you were walking in? I guess I should say, who did not get a card? Okay, so we have 3 up here, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to pick a card. Some of you already looked at yours, even though that was not what you were supposed to do. All right, 2 more. Oops, we have another one by Etta, and over here. Yep. Thank you, ushers, for helping to make this happen. Now I invite you all to stand, and we're going to face the east, which we're going to say this is the east wall. That's the east wall? Okay, we're facing east. Because, that's where the sun rises, and that's where we start our day. And I want you to just take a breath as we begin. And in this moment, just think about any challenges that you are personally facing, or it could be a challenge that you're facing here. Anything that, any worries or concerns, just have them come to mind. And I want you to, we're going to pretend that facing east is kind of like at my conference where we were facing the mountains. Let's just pretend there's some mountains there. And you are going to lay your troubles at the foot of the mountains. Just lay them down, give them up, put them before the greatness of the mountain, the greatness of life. Just give them up. You don't have to carry that alone. And just take some breaths. And now we're going to just turn to the south. We're turning to the south, the back of the room. I think I got that right. Now I want you to just spend a minute or two thinking of who you need to forgive. And we'll pretend there's mountains there still too, because there were when I was there. And also think about what you need to forgive yourself for. And then put that down at the foot of that mountain. Take some breaths. And we're going to face the west. So now you can look at your card and focus on the word. You can even read the bottom. Focus on the word and ask, what is it saying to you? What message is there for you in this card? And just listen. And this is the place. Online viewers can do this too. This is a place where the online viewers can just ask, what's the word that comes to you? Who have you come here to be? Listen to the word. Take some breaths. And now let's turn to the north. And keeping your word in mind, embrace it. Take it in. Make it a part of you. And as you take it closer to you, to the inside of you, take a small step. Might be hard to do in the space. Take a very small step into this room, your future, as the new you. How does that feel? So take some breaths. And when you feel complete, you can sit down. How does it feel to be you? If you don't like your word, I didn't want to say this during the thing. I'm going to invite you to still take it home with you and keep asking what it has for you. Because you picked it. You picked it. There's a message there for you. So you're welcome to take those home with you. We can get more of those. You can get more of those. There's a book here. Who have you come here to be with 101 possibilities for contemplation? And I'm going to put this on the back credenza so you can take a look at this if you want and learn more about that. So this is the kind of, what we did was some clean up. So that you could see and feel more of yourself, your true self, your real self. This is what the world needs most right now. This is what we're here to do. And this is a place and a teaching that can really free us up. We have no idea what lies in store for us once we do some of this cleaning up work. There is so much more that is waiting to emerge for us. So why are we wasting our time on the little things that don't matter? Why? Why are we giving up our most precious possession, ourselves, our hearts, our minds? So this is the place that can happen. That is the true home that we're creating in ourselves first and then in this room. So I'll share one of the cards that I picked up when I was at because they gave us a different kind of card. And I picked, which went right along with my path for that week. It says, as soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power toward what I want. Novel idea. We haven't heard that before, have we? As soon as I see the light. So let's see the light in the dark corners so that we can be all we came here to be and direct our power in more beautiful ways. Agree? Yeah. Agree. All right, we're on. We are on. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Cath. So the law of giving and receiving demonstrates to us that when we give, we receive even more. So if something has touched you today, this is the time we invite you to share the love with us. And we are so grateful for your gift. I'd like to ask our ushers to come forward now. And thank you to Stevie and Amy for volunteering today. So in addition to the baskets being passed, we also have a few other ways we can accept your gift to our center. You could use a credit card. We have a QR code in the lobby and in the community room where the bookstore is now, or you can visit our website. And for our online viewers, please make a contribution using the link in the description on your screen. So please say with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
let's play. So dancing like children opens our hearts to love. Remember the freedom and love will allow us to live in the peace we keep dreaming of. So in these troubled times, lighten up and let loose, asking yourself, hey, what would love do? Well, I feel the answer is in me and you each day. Come on, let's play, dancing our worries away. Let's play, wake up each morning and say, let's play, it's another beautiful day. Let's play, remember, remember, remember to give yourself time, time every day. Give yourself time, time to play. Woo! All right, put your hands together. Come on, let's go. You want to move your bodies a little bit? There you go. So in these troubled times, lighten up and let loose, asking yourself, hey, what would love do? Well, I feel the answer lives in me and you each day. Come on, let's play, dancing our worries away. Let's play, wake up each morning and say, let's play, it's another beautiful day. Let's play, remember, remember to play. Let's play, then we can all celebrate. Let's play, be happy along the way. Let's play, the love it is here, it's here to stay. Remember, remember, remember to play. Play. Come on, let's play. Let's play, let's play. Let's play. Play. Welcome home, everybody.
Oh, what a great song. That's fun. Let's play. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we want to see.
Guess what my card was? Expressive.
That's perfect. Well, thank you, everyone, and thank you to Reverend Cath. Great talk. Thank you, Sean. Thank you to this marvelous band, to Larry, to Mark Horowitz, Jimmy Lopez, Don Morgan. Thanks, Gordon, for coming up here for the closing song. And for everybody who made this service so wonderful. I've just a few short announcements and then some acknowledgments for some people that I'd also like to do today. So first announcement, next week is the 5th Sunday of the month, so we do not have hospitality next Sunday. But we're in this fabulous new location with all these great restaurants around us, so we can start supporting some of our neighbors. So think about where you might want to go to lunch and get some of your friends, and let's support the neighbors here. And of course, you're welcome to hang out here and visit with each other for as long as you want to. So the search is on for our new minister. The CSLN profile and our video are posted on the CSL Minister portal, and we're promoting via social media and word of mouth. If you know a CSL affiliated minister that you've seen speak or that you just know personally that you think would be a good fit for us, please let one of the board members know, and we'll get the selection committee and the home office in touch with them. On education, Tanya Miller-Heyer will be teaching a certified class, The Foundations of Science of Mind. So if you're fairly new here, this is a fabulous class that just takes you from the basics, so then you can build on that. And the class is going to begin on Tuesday, September 9th, and will be held weekly on Zoom from 9 to noon, a.m. that is, 9 a.m. to noon. The Caring Hearts will no longer be collecting and distributing non-perishable food to our members. We will be connecting those in need with local food banks for support, and we have actually provided the local food bank with some support recently. So we're still wanting to help people, and that's how we will be doing it. And we thank everybody for all the food and gift cards that you did donate for this. And if you want more details on any of this, check the newsletter or the website for more info. So last but not least, thank you to everybody who helped pack and unpack all of our worldly possessions as we moved in here and made this move successful. It really does take a village, and our village was well represented with volunteers. There are a few people, though, within that group that I'd like to give a special acknowledgement to, who did the behind-the-scenes heavy lifting to make all of this happen. I can't possibly capture everything that these folks did because there were little things that came up every day that we needed to pay attention to and deal with, and sometimes there were very big things like water leaks, problems with HVAC units that came up, but these are the folks that kept the vision of this big picture to see it through. So first of all, David Arnholter.
Yeah.
So David went through many selections of chairs and ordered some, and we'd all sit in them, and he'd invite some of you who came into the office at Unity to sit in them and tell him what you thought. And he was able to find the right chairs at the right price. David tirelessly worked on getting the people in here to clean the building and re-clean it a third time because we had so much construction dust and everything. And he has been the person who has built relationships with our tenants that is going beautifully right now. So thank you, David. And I can't even, there's too many other tasks to list, but those are the biggies. John Kiefer. John, if you guys don't know, John has a range of talents. I think of John as like the MacGyver of our center. It's like everything that went wrong, he's like, oh, I could fix that. He's like put in bathroom exhaust fans. He fixed the hot water heater. He's assembled furniture, the shed outside, dealing with HVAC, plumbing, backflow issues. Again, too many things to list, but amazing, John Kiefer. Travis Wyndham, who put in... So Travis put in all these blinds and curtains and hung artwork and mirrors and took the many cords for the speakers and the video, and the production team will tell you, I'm one of these people like, can we hide the cords? Can we just hide the cords? Well, Travis is the one who hid the cords. So thank you, Travis, for hiding the cords. So, and he just all the little finishing things that he did around here. And we still have a whole list of things still that Travis is going to be working on. Brian Jackson, our new office administrator. Brian helped David, Lynn, and me get things ordered, returned, reordered, re-returned, people scheduled to do all kinds of things, got electricity and water and everything into this building, and just handled everything where we didn't have to focus on that stuff. The production team, Ray, AJ, and Dale. I barely recognize them now that they're not on ladders anymore. I think it was a new way. I've always looked up to them, but it was a different way of me looking up to them. And so I respect and love all of you. And what really was, this was quite an undertaking, and there were tough conversations that we all had trying to make sure we could make it work in a much different space than we're used to. And it turns out that Dale is also quite a handy furniture assembly person as well. So thank you, Dale, for that. So thank you, Ray and AJ. You guys did an amazing job setting up the sound system. It sounds awesome. And finally, a special thanks to Lynn Bennett. Is he still here? Where is he? There he is. Lynn came in as a consultant to architect the AV design in this space, but I can tell you, I was a consultant. He's way more than a consultant. He drew up the plan, ordered and returned things with Brian to get the right products at the right size, the right price. He was on ladders pulling cable. He brought one of his employees from his company over, a guy named Ben, who ended up pulling cable and getting things. And even after they ordered all the cables, when I asked him, is there a way you can move the cables so that they're in corners? He just went ahead and bought more cable that was longer and did it all over again. So, yeah. I can't tell you the number of hours he spent on this, but my guess is a few hundred. Easily a few hundred. So those are the people. I'd like them all to stand.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on. Hold on. No, let me talk.
I'm going to cry.
You have no idea how many hours and the dedication that Lucia has put into this. Yes, everybody worked extremely hard, but there's somebody who led the ship the whole way. And through all many arguments,
with love,
we've learned about each other. But God, guys, you guys should give her a standing ovation.
No.
Thank you, Lucia.
Well, I'm a bit of a crier, so this doesn't go well, because I still have to close the service. So before we close our service, I would like to ask to welcome our visitors. And we're not going to ask you to stand or anything, but if you could just wave your hand if this is your first time here, if you're new here, we would love to say hello to you after this service and welcome you. So please join us in the community room for bagels and cream cheese afterward. And thank you to Erica Leeds, today's hospitality volunteer. And if you're watching online, please give us a thumbs up. Tell us what you thought of the service, and we appreciate your feedback. I'd like to ask our practitioners to come up front. And if there's something that you are dealing with, or there's something you want to attract in your life related to health, relationship, your career, money, please don't leave here without asking one of these practitioners to pray with you as soon as the service is over. Or you can fill out a prayer request form and put it in the secure box on the table in the lobby. And if you're watching online, go to our website under practitioners and contact any one of us directly. Lynn, you need to come up here, please. Join us up here. Is he hiding?
There he is.
Come on, Lynn. Now, normally we would either close this service with our new minister covenant or an affirmative prayer by Ernest Holmes. But today, in honor of our new beautiful building, I'm going to ask Reverend Cath to return to the stage and to give us a blessing for our new home. And then we will close with our song.
All right. May this sacred space, home, be a safe place for all. All are welcome here. May this sacred space be a place of extraordinary love and respect. A place of inspiration, healing, transition, and transformation. May this community be a beloved community and flourish and prosper like never before. May this community move into their new identity and do amazing things. May others be attracted to this beautiful center for spiritual living. May all who enter these doors be healed, blessed, and prospered in some way. May this community welcome in a very special minister that belongs right here with them. May this home and community be a beacon of light and love for the world. It is done. And please say with me, and so it is. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Let's all stand and sing our closing song. A little different every week. Here we go, everybody. Sing along. Think of your fellow man, think of a helping hand, put love in your heart. You see it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait to see. Put a little love in your heart. 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 Put it in. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. All together. Put a little love in your heart. That's it right there.
Good job, man. Oh, yeah.
For Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at loveCSLN.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.